Good morning, everybody. Here from London, people from Washington, people from Iraq. This is Ashley from the Great Britain Business Council. Just to say that we're letting people load up for a minute or two, if that's okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody okay? Any more to come in, Agni? You can see lurking. Just to welcome everybody. Hello, Mr. Booney. Nice to see you.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Ashley. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Looking forward to meeting you properly. And lots of note takers here, which is good. Hi, Mohammed. Ardil, hello from Siemens. Nice to see you there. Nabil Mohsin. Yep. Mr. Delaney. There we go. All good to see you. Okay, I think we may as well start if that's okay. I'm going to keep it fairly informal. Welcome to IBBC's Member Forum. We call this because it's an opportunity for you to say things in more informally, but also to meet some of the new members, of which we've got quite a lot at the moment. So very, very delighted to have 5 new members today who are going to explain what they do. But first of all, we're going to have Jonathan Wilks, who's in Washington, and he's going to take us through a little bit about geopolitics. And just to say that everyone's going to take about 3 minutes to present what they do. And then possibly at the end, we're going to have any questions or any insights that you would like to share, things that are going on in Iraq, things of interest that you can share with the general group. This is being recorded, so it will be shared back with the members through the newsletter. Thank you very much indeed. And John, over to you.
Thanks, Ashley. Good to see everybody. I'll just reflect and assess a little bit the latest developments and implications for Iraq and for those of us doing business in Iraq. The dust is settling after the Israel and US and Iran conflict. I think my reading is that all sides actually want to take some time now. Iran obviously is gripping the internal situation to ensure regime control. It's also looking at its options to restore its air defenses and some form of deterrent. In the as we is replenishing its armaments and will wish to be ready if necessary to repeat the military operations that we've witnessed. In the US, I think still thinks there's a chance of getting back negotiations, so he's willing to allow a little bit of time as well. Now, Iraq did well, more or less, to stay out of this. But I think it's widely assessed that wasn't actually purely an Iraqi sovereign decision, but also a very clear signal from Iran to its allies in Iraq to keep their heads down and not to put themselves in the way of danger, given the importance for both Iran's security and economy of having those allies present in Iraq. And strong and able to continue to operate. Looking further in the region and among the neighbours, obviously the ceasefire and now disarmament between Turkey and the PKK. This, I think, now is gaining some momentum. And while it's not over till it's over, I think this does mark a really important and positive development for not just Turkey and the Kurds, but for Iraq itself. On Syria, I think, probably the situation, while concerning in some ways because of violence in certain areas, is proving to be better than many people expected. A pragmatic leadership in Damascus that has managed to gain the support of the region and the world, and a willingness by countries who maybe would have been hesitant to deal with people whose backgrounds in Al-Qaeda and Islamic State in the not too distant past would normally keep them on the terrorist list, people have decided for various reasons that we have to try engagement. Now, I think the interests involved here are counterterrorism activity against Islamic State, obviously for the US, making sure that Iran does not restore its position in Syria, and concern, which I think is widespread in Western countries, about the minorities and the chances of stabilizing Syria through an inclusive political process. The sum of all of that, I think, is on balance positive for Iraq. That is not to say things have been resolved between Israel and Iran. We will have to see how that plays out. But I think in the short term, Iraq should have a measure of stability and not being affected by the overspill of conflict elsewhere in the region. And of course, Iraq continues to have many challenges. We've seen internally the drone attacks in the Kurdistan region and protests in the south, and Muqtada al-Sadr playing a sort of will he, won't he in terms of participation directly or indirectly in the elections later this year, but very much pitching for Iraq to take more of its own sovereignty and for its armed forces to be in the hands and under the control of the state, which I think reflects a widespread view in Iraq. I think Iraq will have more freedom of maneuver.
Hello, John. I think we just lost you.
It's a good thing. The oil price obviously continues to come down, and I think economically, therefore, even with the payment of salaries, economic pressures now have increased. There's a lag before that starts to hit projects and business in general, but I think that's probably going to be more of a negative on our prospects, all of us, for doing business in Iraq in the year ahead, rather than the geopolitics. So I think I'll leave it at that, Ashley, but very happy now or later to answer any questions.
Thank you very much indeed, John. And yes, if you could do that later, it'd be great. If we can press on now, very much like to introduce our first new member, Al-Fajr, Ali Bakr, I believe you will be speaking to us. So if I can hand over to you, lots of facilities management and construction, oil and gas areas, I think, Ali, looking forward to hearing from you, or Aude. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much.
Hello, Aude, are you there? Okay.
Yes, yeah. Okay. Can you see my presentation? Yes.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah, great. Yeah, so thanks everyone for this opportunity to introduce our company, Al-Fajr technical presentation, which will include both E&I and ITC section. This is me, Uday, Al-Fajr Projects Manager. So our agenda will include briefly general introduction, then we're going to go to current ongoing contracts, and then we will introduce our E&I and ITC capabilities, and some of our partnerships and the quality management system that we do have at Al-Fajr. So in the introduction, Al-Fajr Group is a registered company with Root, a client in Romania, in which we have been leading various scope of works, including the electrical automation and instrumentation, and also the ITC in Basra, based on Iraq, our head office, and also we do have 2 other branches based on United Arab Emirates and UK. So Al-Fajr has a qualified staff who have conducted successfully many large and small-scale projects within oil and gas industry. As I mentioned, our main head HQ office is based in Basra, in Iraq. So in our company, as we are working on 2 different sectors, that E&I and ITC. So this is give us a unique capabilities combine both these techniques in terms of security technologies, solar system, automation, and intelligent solutions. Currently, we do have various contracts, valid contracts ongoing with British Petroleum here in Basra. As you can see, that cover a very extensive scope of works, including CCTV camera, electrical control instruments, and CCTV. So all of that have been, all these current contracts are currently valid with the group. Yeah, our capabilities. I heard some voice.
قال لي هذا قلت له شو بدي احكي معه هذا كردي ما هيك قال لي
Sorry, could whoever is speaking,
صعب كثير تفهم.
could you please mute
I think
yourself, whoever is speaking? Thank you.
Jamil, I think it's yours.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Adi.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, our capabilities, including construction, engineering, and maintenance. Some of the works included, but not limited to, electrical control, high voltage, medium voltage power systems, substations, motors, SCADA also system. We have been in the designing and commissioning with RU. We have done ESP projects, CCTV. We are gonna to very brief introduce those topics. As you can see, we have installed solar plant system based in RU in 2 different locations, SP1 and SP2. Those systems have been made the HSC and the quality and the schedule requirement, and also is monitored online. Currently have been accessed by RU and by us to monitor the performance of the system. Also, in terms of settlement and automation, we have been working with the SCADA system, settlement devices, junction box, tubings, configuration, all of that. We have various work orders with RU. Also, in terms of switchgear power transformation of substation, we have done this work with across various work orders. We have been working up to 33 kilovolt. Which contains circuit breaker, CT voltage transformers. We have been doing jointing using Raycam and the 3M manufacturer. We do have a valid certified personnel who qualified to perform such jobs. Also, we have been doing works on the protection system, settings, relays. Currently, we do have various projects on this one. We have also did the overhead transmission line. We used a very special device, very low frequency, to measure the insulation of the cables without any effect on the insulation layers. We have been doing sublicing joining and installing all towers with various type of structures. Also, in terms of lighting poles, as you can see, we have been doing a lot of lighting fixtures installation on the tanks, and also all of these equipment are EX with junction box, distribution power management, earthing system, and lighting arrestor. All of this work included. One of our innovative project here in RU is using somatics on the wellhead system. This is based on artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithm. We collect the data from using data acquisition platform. And these data are taken based on sensors from both BOM and genset on both level, low voltage and medium voltage. And then this will be sent across the internet to be monitored cloudly. And the purpose is to for fault protection and data analysis. And this is one of the projects that we are proud that achieve with the RU. In terms of cathodic protection, our company is a certified company to do the cathodic protection. We have done many cathodic protection points across Rumaila oil field. In terms of CCTV, as you can see, this is one of like samples that we have done. So many CCTV also equipped with solar to supply the power. In terms of the ESP, we have done quite a lot of wellheads, which include installation of the genset, the VSD, and transmitters, cable join, a lot of minor scope also included in such job. In terms of the civil works, our company has many associated work with all of our E&I and ITC projects. That include the hydraulic extrication, manual and mechanical extrication, concrete foundation. Also, we have done many road crossing, concrete pouring on-site and off-site, concrete covers and concrete manholes. This is a sample of the work we have done within Rumaila oil field. Now I'm hand over to my colleague.
Sorry to butt in now, Dave. Could we just move along a little more quickly, if that's okay? Otherwise, we'll be here for quite a while. But thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank
just
you.
allow yes. my colleague, Mr. Haidar, to complete the IT works. He's our IT manager. Mr. Haidar, do you hear me?
Yes, please. Yes, gentlemen, this is Haidar Mohammed from Al-Fajr. At Al-Fajr, we are our expertise to provide the IT solution, starting from the IT infrastructure. We design, implement, manage, and commission the networks for active and passive network infrastructure. Next, please, Dr. Ade. And for the CCTV solutions, we have multiple types of solutions related to security, such as normal cameras and special purpose cameras. Also, we have some special application like flare monitoring systems. We already installed this system inside RAW and multiple clients. Also, we have a solution on the electronic security system, including the access control, intrusion detection, and electronic gates. Also, we have TV systems, turnstiles, and video walls, and we are proud to be manage and install multiple central control rooms to handle security operation in different locations inside RAW and other customers. We are proud also to be the first Iraqi company which is aligned by Honeywell access control solution value add reseller, also milestone for video management. We are the partner with Bilco, Bosch, Flare, and multiple high-end solution from IT and security. Also, we are having some special type of security systems, and we have now this our partnership like OptiSense and Access, HID, Genetic. Also, we all have a partnership, and we implement a lot of solutions related to these subjects. Thank you.
Thank you very much
I try to compress everything at least. Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. Haidar, I suspect this will be available to anyone that wants to go into the detail of it. Is that okay?
Yep. Yes.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. I mean, for someone who has struggled to put a plug together, this is literally rocket science and incredible technology. So thank you very much, Al-Fajr. If I can move on now to Al-Marafa and Mr. Ali Ahmadi, I think, is speaking to us. And if we just keep this to 3 or 4 minutes, because otherwise we'll be here for quite a while. Thank you.
So for Al-Marafa, I will be.
Okay.
Okay.
Al-Fajr, would you mind removing your presentation? Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, done. Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess you can find my screen now in this moment.
Yes, we can see it. Thank you.
So good day, everyone. I'm Rida Al-Moussawi, the General Manager for Al-Marafa Company. We are so happy and so glad to join to this group. So I just will give a small brief about our company. So our company, Al-Marafa, it's started and established in 2017 in the south of region in Iraq, in the south region of Iraq, Basra. You know, the Basra is the rich heritage city and the good business landscape and the good opportunity. Our company, they are cover all the ICT solution, and we have more than 100 global partner. Our office is located in the main office in Basra and in UAE, and currently we are establishing new offices in Turkey and in UK. And that office, it's cover all the our procurement and warehouse and logistics, especially for the our sisters company in UAE. Gentlemen, if anyone who want to working with the IT and ICT should have the license from the CMC. So Al Marafiq, we have all full license for the CMC, and this is the license that we have it, and license is it's for the long term. It's about 5 years. Every license have the expires for 5 years, and also we have the ISO and certificate, the ISO certificate that can cover and can will be very careful about our business and our projects. Our solution, it's, as I mentioned before, it's about the ICT solution. It covers the cloud computing, network and infrastructure, surveillance systems, and also the AI. This is a new scope that now we are started with, the AI solution, and also industrial IoT and cybersecurity. We have many of solutions in the IT scope, and we have a partner with the global company and the #1 in the world. As you see, we have with Huawei, Hikvision, Bosch, Cisco, and many of the brand in the world, and this is #1, as you see. Our partner with the cybersecurity and the clouding, as you see, we have #1 of the trend and the brand in the world. Also, we have the IT infrastructure, hardware and software. We have also in the network and testing. Now we are starting with the testing tools. It's very important to our customer and our client. And we are one of the #1, we can say, in the industrial Internet of Things with our partner from the world. Our staff, they are very qualified and they have a certificate. Our engineering, it's more than 45 engineer. They are covered all that kind of the certificate. This is the certificate that our team, they are have it. So all that just to get the high achievement when we are getting our project. We focusing about the oil and gas sector. So our client and our customer, they are the international company that are working already here in Basra. So for example, Total, Majnoon Oil Field, KBR, Kuwait Energy, ENI, etc. This is the kind of our mega project that are running in this moment. We have EPC project with the Majnoon Oil Field, EPC, and also for Basra Gas Company, ENI, and also for KBR and Total and Kuwait Energy. Our team, they are available for 24 hours and 7 days. And also, we are the leaders in the written success stories. We have very huge and very big successful stories. I believe that the time, it's not enough to cover all the task or the project that we are make it, and already it's done. This is one of our project that we are do it in this year in the IoT project. Will working inside the wellhead in the zone 0 with the wellhead, and you know, this is its requirement. The HSE requirement is very high and very important to cover it. Also, Al Marafiq company make the big project with the data center in Majnoon Oil Field, and this is very huge data center. And this kind of the data center, it's tier 4, and the features, it's very high and very good things. And we believe that we are belong to our society and the Basra, for my city, Basra. Therefore, we are sharing with the social benefit. And you can see there, we are a part with the celebration for our student in the technical university in Basra, and also we're sharing with the marathon, and also the campaign for the against the drugs. So we consider ourselves, we are a part of this society. So we are working with our society to keep my Basra, my city, to be in the rank #1 in Iraq. I just make a small brief, and I will be so happy if anyone have any questions, we can cover it. So I hope that I not take a long time. I just believe that the time, as mentioned, that the time is money for everyone.
Thank you very much indeed, Rida. Really good. And just a quick question. I think you've got an academy for you train people in. Is that available to everybody or just for your staff?
No, we make the academic with the our team, and also for the student in the Basra Technical University.
Okay, and the other thing, sorry to ask questions, but do you actually have many competitors? I mean, are you pretty ahead of everybody in most sectors?
Of course we have, but we are working, and we want to be the #1. Yes, we have a competitor.
Okay. Thanks very much. Thank you very much indeed. It was great. And I'd like now to turn to our reader, Dr. Ali Mahdi. Hello, Ali. Are you here? Come in. Hello, Ali Mahdi. Are you there?
I was muted. Sorry, Ashley.
Okay.
Yeah, with you.
Yeah, please
Hello,
take
everyone.
the floor. Thank you. Look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah, some people popular or very familiar with me. I would like to say hello to everyone. I'm talking to you today from Najaf Industrial City. I don't have actually a presentation to show you. I do have a couple of points which I would like to share with you. We at Al Rida, we do couple of things here in Iraq. We own a couple of companies like Neem. Neem is a company, construction company, doing all infrastructure projects for roads, bridges, and asphalt around Baghdad, Najaf, Karbala. We do have, or we are building currently, Karbala Airport. Karbala Airport with sharing with Al-Atabat, where we do have a share with like an equity, and we do also develop the airport itself. So we are in charge and construction and developments, and part of it in finance. Hopefully this airport will be completed in 6 to 7 months, probably. I was in a meeting just half an hour ago with the contractor here. I'm talking to you from Ad-Diyar. Ad-Diyar is the industrial city in Najaf, where you can see the map is behind me. It's a 5,000 dunam. 1,000 it goes. We just got the permission for a free zone. 1,000 dunam. Each dunam in Iraq equal 2,500 square meters. We do have a couple of factories: glass factory, water, some chemical. It's non-pollution industrial city where we are sharing or working with Ministry of Industry here. We have a long-term contract with them, 40 years plus 40 years. We manage, and we manage also projects for housings. Maybe some of you come across to Al-Budur, Budur Baghdad, Karbala, Najaf. Also, we do have Budur. We do have Taiba. Now we are managing 20,000 units for housings. We are adding to Iraq market around 20,000 housing to Iraqis. We do have a couple of other sister companies. We have the Mustashar Bank, Al-Budur Hospital, and also we do have agriculture city, which is 20,000 dunams, where we are investing in that city, which is like behind me now here. I'm 18 kilometers far away from Najaf city itself. and we do have also Rida Power. So in our group, some of our companies, they do serve to the mother company, which is Rida Holding, and some of them also working directly with the clients, like Neem working directly. One of our main clients is the government, and at DR is our client is any industry, any factories coming from outside, like Germany. We do have some interest from one of the biggest company in France, which is called Fives. We do have some interest from Bahrain companies, Crown Industries, Neo Chemicals. If I just want to make it very short to you, Ashley, and maybe I give more time.
Absolutely terrific, Ali. Thank you very much. Could I just ask you, what would you want? How would you want to engage with the members that might be listening? What would you offer them, and what would you want them to do with you?
Well, anyone interested in, the first one from Al Fajr, I will be maybe in touch with them regarding the IT solution. And we do have solar ourselves. We have Rida Power, but what is this? Waiting. Okay. And maybe the others, whoever is interested, I was discussing some ideas with our colleague Zaid here about having a package, maybe factory packaging, where we are interested in Rida to have JV with some of our partners here, and maybe others where we need them to facilitate some of our projects. And also we are willing and ready, any idea, successful business plan where we study, we are willing to be financing it or having a JV, or maybe, we find a way to deal together. But we have a huge site, industrial city, 5,000 dirhams, and it's open for everyone. You are most welcome to come to start your business here with us.
Fantastic. Did I sense there might be 2 deals actually done while we're talking? That's great to hear it. Thank you very much, Ali. And they know where to get hold of you, okay? Okay, just moving on now. If I could call on Ashore Bank, please. Mohammed Al Dalemi. I think many people know Mohammed. Hello, Mohammed, are you here? Might take the mute button off.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Okay, hello. All right. Well, I tried to share the documentation with you all, but it seems like we have some technical issue. I believe you have a copy of it, just in case we made the plan B there. I don't know if it's available,
yes.
Then it's fine.
Agni, if I just ask Agni, I think we have a copy of the presentation from Ashore Bank. If you could possibly find it and post it up, that might be very helpful.
It will be short for the sake of time, and I know we're some time constraint here, so I'll fly through it. Just give you an idea what we're doing and what we have been doing, and what's the future plan for Ashore Bank and the products and services we provide for our clients. Ashore Bank was established in 2005. It was one of the first private banks licensed in Iraq. And over time, we were able to open about 11 branches in main cities. Basically, we strive to provide the most functional services, products and services for our client as existing client or prospects. Basically we share, or we provide full-fledged services except for the US dollar transfers and access to the US dollar auction or the platform. Ashore Bank is one of the banks where recently banned from the access to the dollar. Only the dollars that's created from or generated from the platform, CBI platform. If we have dollar, euro, any other currencies outside Iraq, and we have full access to those as long as they are not coming from the US auction. I'm sorry, the CBI auction. So with that, we have shifted from relying on the US dollar auction transfers and the government payroll to cater our client, basically corporate client, with project finance facilities, credit facilities, and also credit cards in many ways. That's creating the local services without having access to international transactions or international POSs. We are planning to expand our POS services to local markets with the expectation that CBI will establish and initiate the local scheme for debit card and credit cards. As we speak now, we are planning to expand our presence in Iraq, and then also we have plans. We have strategy for 2 years and then 5 years. The 2 years basically concentrate on the current condition of the market and current position of Ashur Bank, and also with the expectation of merging with other banks, creating what's so-called mega bank. The plan is to create a bank that can compete with the largest bank in Iraq, with the partnership of regional bank and international bank as well. As you know, the central bank and other organizations are calling for these banks that's been banned, or small banks, to merge together and create a larger banks. And we are in the process of this. So this is for the 2 years strategy, the 5 years strategy. If we stay a standalone bank, creating or correcting the situation of the bank, being able to deal with international banks, corresponding banks, and anything else. But for now, I think the bank is moving in the right directions. We are restructuring the entire bank from every aspect, strengthening the AML compliance and other control methods to move the bank to be able to meet the international standards from all aspects. We are in contact with 3 different banks to create the mega bank, and we have some good development, and we hope we can see something materialized in the near future. We're waiting for the central bank to issue the new regulations and new instructions in cooperation with Oliver Wyman, the American company that's leading this project, not for Ashur Bank, but for the rest of the banks that are merging. And by the way, the structure they're calling for not only affecting the banned banks, but also affecting regional banks. There are subsidiaries of regional banks who have about over 60% of ownership. That needs to be restructured as well. So that's work in progress. We have a couple of initiatives that they're moving ahead. One of them is the drive-through ATMs in specific areas, selected areas. And also we have e-branches or ITM that will be installed in the universities and some malls to support a wider client base. I will stop right here unless you have any questions for me.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. Very interesting as such a consolidating force and modernizing force. Is there anything you specifically would like to pitch or propose to IBBC members as such while you're here?
Well, we're here to serve, we're here to help. If there's any way we can support any of your projects, any consultation, we're happy to help.
Thank you very much. And finally, last but not least, we are talking to Dr. Rana Altai of Emal. So Dr. Rana, thank you for being patient and looking forward to hearing from you. Hello, Dr. Rana.
Oh, thank you so much. Sorry, I am muted now. I opened the. Thank you so much. I am so humble to be with these successful companies, represented the new era of economic in Iraq. And let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Rana. I served as executive and the head of researcher at Amal Group with background in policy and economic research. I am a part of the team of Amal that it is passionate about supporting businesses growth, innovation, and partnerships. Today I'm speaking on behalf of Dr. Ali Al-Sai. He's the founder and the CEO of Amal. It's a pleasure to be here and introduce our work to you today. Amal is a business developer and accelerator. We consider ourselves like this, based in Dubai and in Iraq and active in Iraq. We help companies to grow by offering support strategies, guidance, and access to partnerships. Amal is made up of three main companies. Iraq 24 TV, it's a media platform, and it is officially a first business TV in Iraq. Also a Nahrain company, it's a consultant and services company. And IBBC is a research center for economic and public studies. In addition to our core group, we have a partnership with the companies across 6 key sectors. We have very successful partners, very successful companies. They represent telecommunication and technology, oil and energy, transport and supply chain. As well, we have a very successful partnership with the banking and financial services, insurance and healthcare, as well investment and project developing companies in Iraq. These alliances allow us to work across the private sector and engage with the real business challenges and opportunities. At the same time, let's say from the experience in Iraq and the long experience in Iraq, Amal decided to be not superficial and to be realistic, so that we work with both private sector and the public sector. We understand that the Iraq business environment very well, and that's why we know that it is not realistic to separate the two sectors. In Iraq, public and private sector must collaborate to create sustainable progresses. That's why we work with both sides, and we also work to improve the relationship between them. How we do that? At Amal, we focus on creating platforms for dialogue and partnership. We organize expedition, conference, and business forums that bring together leaders from both public and private sector. Like, for example, in last April, we hosted the first largest Iraqi business summit of its kind. The event brought together companies from 6 major economic sectors, whether local, regional, or international, and all work in Iraq, and matched them with representatives from the public sector. Each sector had its own dedicated session where public and private leaders sit on the same stage, from morning until evening. They had open discussion about ambitions, future projects, existing obstacles, and how to overcome them. As well, in the same event, we have semi-event. We register 2,000 small mini companies while they register as a company in Iraq directly by making an event, collecting them with, we make them meeting with the government institute that can help them, fund them, show them how to engage in the Iraqi market. And coming month, next month exactly, we have a first Iraqi tax summit scheduled for next month in August. This event will bring together the General Commission of Tax in Iraq with the companies from the private sector. The goal is to discuss tax policies, reforms, and opportunities for both Iraqi and foreign investors. It will be the first summit of its kind in Iraq, focus on tax and investment in one event. Also in October, we have the Iraqi Port Summit in Basra, held in partnership with the GCPI, the General Company of Port in Iraq, and under the patronage of its Director General Engineer Farhan Al-Fartusi. This summit will take place alongside the opening of first phase of Grand FAO Port, one of the Iraqi most strategic infrastructure projects. The event will bring together companies from the various sectors to explore the investment and trade opportunity. So for last, why we joined IBBC? We joined IBBC because we believe that strong partnership with the international institute are essential for the future of Iraqi businesses. As a company, we made a clear also, we promise our partners to help them go beyond borders to connect with the global markets, especially in the UK, where the business environment is advanced, transparent, and well-governed. We see the UK not only as a market, but a learning platform. Working with the British companies help Iraqi businesses improve their system and global standard. Whether they are startup or they are large firms, I think Imal believe that they need to more engage in international markets. At the same time, we want to help British investors to discover the opportunities in Iraqi market. Joint IBBC give us the network tools and credibility to do both. We believe that IBBC is the most respected and experienced platform connected Iraq and British businesses. That's why we are proud to be a part of you, and we look forward to work with IBBC members to build the future of mutual growth and trust. I hope I am in the time.
Thank you very much, Rana. Much appreciated. And as you know, everyone's busy. I just wanted to say thank you very much to all the speakers. Would anybody like to add anything or to ask any questions in particular or put any insights in? If so, you can raise your hand at the top of here or just simply unmute yourself and say who you are if you would like to comment on anything. Give you a couple of minutes for that, if that's okay. I think some of the members have been putting their contacts in the chat. So if anybody would like to get in touch with some of the speakers, the emails are there. Mohammed Zabari, hello. I think you'd like to say something.
Hello, Ashley. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you for the great opportunity here, seeing all these great people, the nice presentations. Anyhow, just on the security side, if you guys of IBBC have any comment, there've been some drones flying into KRG region, hitting some fields. So any insights on what's happening there? I guess there was a drone hitting production facility this morning somewhere in the north. So is there any update?
John Wilks might be able to say something on that, unless anyone is in the region and has got any more info. Would anybody like to respond?
Yeah, hello, Mohammed. I've only seen the open source reporting on that. I think from the Kurdish side, there was an allegation that this was PMF Hashd Shabi, but the Americans themselves, I think, have both criticized it and asked for the Iraqi government and Iraqi authorities to investigate and clarify. But I'd be interested to know whether anybody else has heard any rumors or anything stronger than rumors about who did this and why.
Seems nobody else knows at the moment. I guess.
Okay. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, John, for the feedback.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Shares True North. Hello, Ali.
If I may, sorry, no.
Ali Aswad. Al Aswad.
Ashley, yeah, it's maybe it's a question more to Jonathan more than an answer to his question. I have no idea about that one, but it's just a question of everyone else when you speak about investment in Iraq. With the conflict in the region, where we think that was the hardest and the most critical conflict was between Iran, US directly, more than Iran, Israel. So Iraq was away from that conflict. It was part of it, and it was away. Like the airspace were used by both parties to, for the clashes, but we were in a business sectors where we think we were in a very, very critical, I would say, position where we need more stability and more, safe than any previous time that the conflict was like at the heart. But so my point or my question to Jonathan here from the ground, where everyone is looking to Washington now, not to Europe, not to anywhere else, like what would be the outcome of this conflict? And maybe the line was cut off part of, is this conflict might affect in any way to Iraq? Like, is that conflict could happen again between Iran and the US? Is there a possibility? And I think the Iraqi politicians, they have taken this as a serious, very serious matter, not to be part of something where they are not part of, if you understand my question.
Yes, it could happen again, but I think for various reasons, all sides at the moment just want to draw a line under the conflict or the round of conflict that happened. So for Iraq, I think the lesson, it's the obvious one. We all know this. Iraq needs to build its state capabilities and its sovereignty, so that staying out is not just about what Iran says, it's just about what Iraq says. Now, it's good that Iraq stayed out, but if there'd been attacks by any forces inside of Iraq outside of the state control against the US, I think we could have assumed that there would be some form of US retaliation, but that wouldn't be because the Iraqi government had decided that or the Iraqi state had decided that. So Iraq remains, I think, in a stage where it is enjoying a measure of stability, but also fragility, and needs to build up its own state institutions and sovereignty. On the question of, what's going to be the reaction in Washington, as I mentioned, it may have cut off, but talking to people here, Donald Trump really wants to explore now the options of doing a deal with Iran. You know, he's the great deal maker. He's very unlike previous US presidents who did all they could to avoid getting involved in military action. But he thinks there's a possibility. I'm not sure yet whether we've seen any signs from Iran, but I think the coming weeks will show whether that's a possibility. And obviously, for Iraq, for the region, I think for the world, that would be the best outcome, is some sort of new deal on not just nuclear, but ballistic missiles and Iranian non-state allies in the region.
Thank you very much, John. Has anybody else got anything to add or would like to share?
If I may, Ashley.
Yes, sure. Hello, Ali.
Just to add a bit of comment to further to what Jonathan just said, and also to Mr. Ali Al-Aswad's question. I think the problem with operating in Iraq, there's always somehow with any business, there's some sort of affiliation. As an example, with Mr. Ali, with Karbala Airport a number of years ago, I think 3 or 4 years ago, it was targeted. There was an airstrike, it got hit. I mean, as an airport, it was not relevant to Iran, but it was protected by an armed group, which is part of one of the Abbasi shrine, or Ataba, and it was seen as a possible threat. Same thing in the Kurdistan region. Car group was targeted by the other side, and it was hit. Unfortunately, this is something that we all have to try and somehow manage as businesses. We're operating in Iraq. We need to, although we try and shy away and say, you know, this has nothing to do with us, but within the reality of being Iraqi, you're always somehow related or affiliated to one group or the other. It's the reality. And I think one of the ways that we can not necessarily target it, but try and somehow manage it, is to be a bit more open and more transparent. Yes, I have relatives from this group, but this is my business. Yes, we do dealings with these people, but this is our core business. And also to somehow have business opportunities or business deals or trading within the Western world. Investment, as an example, you know, most of the Gulf countries, the way they managed to get the air of the West was to invest in the UK, invest in America, invest in France, Qatar, Saudi, the UAE. That's how they broke through. For a while, they were seen as supporters of Al-Qaeda, Ikhwan al-Muslimin, and so on. But they managed to break through by investing. Trump went to Saudi, got a lot of billions of dollars, came back, and Saudi are the heroes now. So I think what Iraq needs to do, and Iraq businesses, they also should think about investing outside of Iraq. Look at the West, try and invest the money, and that somehow slowly builds that relationship and understanding. Once you have, money with someone, you're always going to look after each other because you both want to be successful.
Thank you very much, Ali. Just also to say, Ali, in case you haven't met everybody, you are now our Baghdad office manager, right?
I am here. At the moment I'm in London, but I'll be in Baghdad in 2 weeks. I'm available. I'll be in Basra next week. Actually, whoever's in Basra will be coming to meet you, John and I. So I'm looking forward to that. And then the week after, I will be in Baghdad, and I'll be there for, I think, 5 or 6 weeks. So I'll be available. Whoever wants to get in touch, my details are available.
Thank you. And Ali Al-Aswad, I think you got some response here.
Just, very quick in terms of, what happened to Karbala Airport. We were absolutely away from that one. It was misleading intelligence information about the Karbala Airport. Karbala Airport is purely business,
entity. Exactly my point.
Entity. Yeah. And then this is one of the things. Well, to Jonathan, maybe when he did mention, Washington is willing to work with Syrian, a new regime or a new group where there were militias, they were terrorists like a few months ago or just less than a year ago. And I think we need kind of also like what IBBC is doing now to Iraq market is improving, and it's branding Iraq in a way where we believe as a IBBC committee, like, you know, we got kind of a good support, strong support from IBBC, and now other committees, other groups where French Iraq also trying to do the same as IBBC is doing. We were attending, you know, 2 nights ago, like a ceremony for celebration for French International Day, and they were also promoting Iraq and promoting Iraq. So we do have a good platform, we do have a good products, we do have a good companies. What is happening in Iraq, it should not affect the Iraq business or market, I would say here, from my point of view, because Iraq is big. Iraq is not as small as a tiny country. We are 45 million here, population. We need this help. We need this conferences. The Basra conference is coming in December. I believe Ashley and the group is working to promote Iraq also through that meeting or through that summit. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Dr. Rana, hello.
Sorry, I just want to say quick things. Please, I agree with Mr. Mashkour very much, because yes, we need to thinking out of the box in Iraq as Iraqi companies, and we need to go out of the border. We need to make a lobby either in Europe or in US. This is the only way to protect our invest. The success work happened in Iraq. In June, we are in the meeting with the Prime Minister of Iraq, and we asked to how important the Iraqi government to support making a lobby of the companies and investors, either in UK, US, Europe, wherever. This is the way that ensure the progress, economic progress in Iraq has protected. As well, please, for everyone, don't listen to the news, not because it is not truth, but because the reality in Iraq, there is a massive work happen. There is a very dedicated companies. They want to succeed. They want to make a difference. So maybe watching the news, making this as a give a wrong picture, a very wrong picture about what happened in Iraq. In Iraq, everything is stable. Yes, we are in the region, in the middle of the region. Everyone is conflicting with everyone. We are not in New Zealand or in Iceland. Yes, but this is not, doesn't mean this is will affect the planning, a project, whatever we want to do in Iraq. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rana. Quite concur. I would just paraphrase it all by saying, business makes the world go round, and you know, that's my simple thought. I think I'm probably going to call an end to this. We've had an hour, and it's been really interesting. Thank you all for sharing. Just to flag up things, next week we're meeting the British Middle East Governor, Minister on the 24th with Hogan Lovells. Thank you, Hogan Lovells, for doing that. In September, we've got Cumberland Lodge, and Mohammed Al-Sadi has done a terrific job. We're going to have a real bumper group of, I think, Iraqi politicians and influences there. So we're going to have a very interesting Cumberland Lodge for those of you that might be interested in that. And obviously beyond that, we have Basra conference on the 3rd to the 5th, pretty much, of December. So look forward to hearing from you. Thank you all very much. Have a very good afternoon and evening, and see you all soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Ashley.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Good day. Good day for everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.